Some of the stuff that I watch on the news is practically laughable. I mean it, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. I'm just saying. I know. But a lot of the stuff that I'm listening to or viewing on the real news is not laughable. Like what I spoke about yesterday, that things that we would get in 2019 at this time will cost us $25 more, okay, altogether. If you paid $100 for something, a grocery, grocery trip, grocery haul, that same exact haul today now costs $125. We spoke about it at length yesterday, and I want to get into some stuff that I highly recommend, and I'll get into it in a minute. And welcome to the Let's Save Money show. And I am the Save Money and More with Jan channel. Hang on. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever you're doing. Listen, I'm Jan. I love to help people save money and more. Okay, now this is really no joke. All right, so we are paying effectively $25 per $100 grocery session for the exact same items than we did back in 2019. And sometimes the people may say, no big deal. Well, if you spend that $100 every single week, that means 25 more per session for the same things each week, times 4 trips. That's an extra $100 a month, which actually turns into an extra $1,200 a year. Now, tell me, am I wrong or am I right? That's a lot more money. There are some recommendations that we really should stock up on. These are items that have worked for me. Okay, I am no stockpile expert. There are many people on here who are, and I congratulate them. They're amazing, fantastic. But I'm just sharing with you some of the stuff that has worked for me to help myself get through some tough times and tough patches. And I'm telling you, these things are great to keep. All right, so many people may joke about it, but it's no joke. But get a bunch of those ramen noodles. They sell packages, pre-packages. I think there's 6 in a pack. It's either 6 or 8. I think it's 6, just to be on the safe side. Ramen noodles, get your flavor of choice. Keep them. Put them in your stockpile. Put them in your pantry. Put them wherever you store your stuff. These are great to have. They're quick meals. Sometimes you're not in the mood of doing detailed cooking. You just want to eat something hot and hearty and pretty delicious. And you could dress it up and you could use it as a stir fry base. You could do a lot of things with ramen noodles. Sometimes people fry them up a little bit too. I'm just saying. So there are a lot of things people could do with ramen noodles, and it is there, and it is very, very cost effective. Okay. Um, be sure to definitely keep some sugar in your house or apartment, and salt, very important. Now, this is an item that I highly recommend. Keep bread like products. I recommend, if you like them, make sure it's things that you like, okay? Let's say my family would enjoy crackers. It's great to keep a box of crackers in the house, your favorite crackers of choice. But I have to tell you, crackers last about, according to what I checked, about 6 months. But I bet they go a little bit longer than 6 months. But crackers are good for those down times when you're out of bread. When you're completely out of bread, but let's say you make a homemade soup or whatever, or you just want some crackers with cheese, right? It's a great filler upper. It's totally great bread replacement because it is more or less bread in and of itself. So make sure to keep a box or two of crackers in the house. Sometimes you just don't feel so good. And crackers are the answer. Like, let's say the overate, have a little bit of crackers and a cup of tea. Very, very helpful. This item is very, very valuable to keep in your house, inexpensive as far as I'm concerned, and it is a great source of protein if you can eat it. Peanut butter. Not everybody could eat peanut butter. Of course, if you have allergies, avoid peanut butter. But peanut butter is a staple in my pantry all the time. There are days I just don't have time to sit around and cook, and I will slap together a peanut butter sandwich or a peanut butter with a little bit of jelly in it to give it that little bit of extra zip, and toast up some bread, and I am totally happy. There you go. I actually saw a place, I forgot where it was. it was like a store, a business that just sold nothing but peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Kudos to them for making money on peanut butter and jelly. Let's think about this for a minute. Peanut butter and jelly. Okay. I am shocked and amazed at anybody that would pay a lot of money for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but hey, kudos to the business owner. I guess they realize there are people out there that don't mind. All right, canned tomatoes. Canned tomatoes are very, very important. Great source of, if I'm not mistaken, vitamin C. Okay, I'm almost positive. Don't quote me on it, but also keep the little cans, the smaller cans of tomato sauce for impromptu pizza. You don't need a lot of sauce, a tomato sauce when you make pizza, okay? You don't have to buy pizza sauce either. You could just use that and doctor it up, put a little bit, a capful of oil, oregano, garlic powder, pinch of Parmesan cheese, if this is something you like. Voila, pizza sauce. Yeah, really, seriously. Just saying, just saying. So canned tomatoes come in handy all the time. You could get certain styles of the tomatoes. You could get it as the sauce. You could get it chunked up. Whatever you decide to do, whatever you decide to pick, is fine with me. All right, canned beans or dried beans, very very good to have. Canned beans are very convenient, and sometimes it's more cost effective, believe it or not, to buy a can of beans. Let's say a person lives alone, okay, and they don't want to make a whole huge, humongous pot of beans, all right? They would rather just grab a can of beans. In that person's case, perhaps it's more cost effective, and price wise, they could get a really good deal on a store brand of canned beans, but whatever works for your family. If you prefer dried beans, nothing wrong with that. That's what you like. It's a great source of protein and it works out. I'm just saying. Let me see. Baking powder, baking soda, flour, as I mentioned earlier, sugar, salt. Very important to have components, things that you could build things with, things that you could regenerate things with, things that you could create with. You could make your own sauces. You could make your own coatings for fish. You could bake things, make muffins, cakes, cookies. I mean, if you just have the basic ingredients, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. You can make peanut butter cookies. You know where I'm going with this? Who doesn't like a good old fashioned peanut butter cookie every once in a while? Cans of tuna, cans of chicken. Try to get the best price. Everything I'm mentioning, try to get the best price. Now, brown rice does not last as long as white rice. Just for the record, brown rice has a decay rate that is faster than white rice. I know a lot of people like brown rice. Just a reminder to not overbuy brown rice. If you like brown rice, use it up as we go along. Just don't let it sour up. I'm just saying. A lot of people do not realize it's good to also buy, if you could get it on sale, get some things like walnuts. Let me see. Oh, whatever your favorite ones are, like peanuts, whatever it is. Again, get the good price. Walnuts are great for baking, for cookies, for cake, whatever. Throw them in a salad, the little crunch. Cashew pieces are way less expensive than a whole cashew, and you're still getting cashews. And look for the best price. Pecans, however way you want to say it. No matter how you say it, still tastes great to me. It's the way I look at it. Now, I personally love macadamia nuts. They're very good. They're very buttery. They're very delicious. They're also costly. So I consider, if I ever get a macadamia, a bunch of that, I have to get a very small amount because they're expensive. They are expensive. I'm just saying. There's so much more. Why don't you help me out and add to the comment section below? What else do you keep in your? This is for the basic. Like everything I mentioned is like for basics. Okay. Of course, you get condiments, but get them. If you can't get all of them at the same time, I don't expect anyone to. But pull out what resonated to you. What couple or three or four items resonated the most to you? Because you want to keep you want to stock up on today's prices and have them in your home or apartment now, You don't want to pay tomorrow's prices. It's our way of staying ahead of the game. You see where I'm going with this? That's the whole purpose of this. Not to mention, very convenient, not feeling well, inclement weather, unexpected power outage. This is life. Unexpected power outage. You don't have to worry. Slap together peanut butter on crackers. You got your protein, you got your crackers. This is an example. Not feeling well and you forgot to make your homemade chicken soup like I recommended in the past. That's okay. Go over to your ramen noodles and make yourself some ramen noodle soup. Hey, listen, we got to do the best we can because with what just happened with that big difference in price, we may have no other choice.